Swadika, welcome to Thailand Today. I'm Cholapansa Narula. Thanks for joining. September 8 marks the International Literacy Day. The World Vision Foundation is one of the non-profit organizations which have been working continuously in order to fill up the education gap that Thailand is facing. To find out more about this, today we'll be speaking with Kun Chitra Thambarisut, the National Director of World Vision Foundation Thailand. Swadika. Kun Chitra, thank you very much for joining us. To begin with, tell us a bit about your views on Thailand's education systems and standards. I believe that there is quite a big gap we still see between the rural and the urban areas. What do you see?
Yeah, you are right. Okay, exactly. There's a wide gap between literacy children in urban and the rural areas. If we read the reading score among the children in the poverty, they can only read at 350 score, while children in the wealthy families or in the big cities, they can earn about 550 score. So there's a great big difference between the two. When we talk about the education in the rural areas, especially the school in the rural areas, they don't have equipment, teaching equipment or learning equipment. They just have books, exercise books, blackboard, and that's it. And most of the teaching or learning is only the passive, not interactive at all. So I think we need to encourage the Thai government to really see into these problems and see these education issues, because next year, 2015, the AEC is coming up, and which means we need to equip our children to be ready for that year. Otherwise, we will not be able to compete with other children in Asia region.
They're moving really fast, I believe. Yes. Countries like Vietnam, perhaps even in Cambodia as well. I hear that students are upgrading the whole system with the educational reforms. So you think it's at the very core, the quality of schools and the quality of teachers?
Yes, both. Both are the key importance issues, because teachers in the rural areas, they just finished the education and then they just come and teach the children without experience or training, special training. Okay, so and the children from the poor family just walk and get tired, don't have enough to eat at the house. When they come, they have no concentration to the study. So I don't think they will get any far for the education at the schools unless we provide training to the teacher, well equip the schools, and then change the way of teaching, instead of passive to be interactive, encourage students to be more asking, express their mind, express their feeling, answer the question, encourage the students to talk rather than sit and listen and memorizing.
Mm-hmm. So the system would have to be, really shaken up in order to see this big change.
Yes.
So if this is a problem and the World Vision Foundation sees this as a challenge, perhaps one of the main challenges here in Thailand, so have you addressed the challenges in any way? I believe that you've done quite a few projects as well.
We launched a pilot project in 2 provinces, in Loi and also in Udon Thani. We provide training to the teachers, okay, so that they can know how to produce the teaching aids like pop-up for reading, either Thai, English, or mathematics, and also cubes, alphabet cubes, so that they can read and help each other, okay. And I went to one class. The teacher encouraged the students to come up in front of the class and teach the friends, their peers in front of the class, and they really enjoy. I would love to see every school in Thailand being that, okay, instead of listen and then keep quiet.
Sometimes falling asleep.
Yeah.
Not paying too much attention. So I totally understand. So we want to be a proper school with the proper learning methods and of course teaching aids, as we see in other countries, creativity can actually help drive children to learn more, and that will better the country. Now, you've mentioned that some of these pilot projects took place in Loi and Udon Thani. Why did you select the northeastern part of the country?
Because I think come from the baseline survey and also the cooperation we received from the local people over there. So since we see the needs and also the cooperation from the communities, it was great to pilot these projects over there. We have launched this project about a year, and then we see that it's really improved the quality of learning and teaching. So we're gonna launch in many areas that World Vision Thailand is working.
So it's not that the northeastern part of the country is the place that we see schools with poor quality standards. It's not that, is it?
Both.
So that can be one of the issues as well. Well,
Yes.
it's good to see the functional literacy program then. So you send teachers there with some of the new learning techniques and aids, but for the children, how are you equipping them, with the knowledge, to learn to study better in school?
Yeah, we have we have provided children into 3 age group. Okay, 0 to 5, which we call under 5. We have a program for mother and child health nutrition, because as you know, the brain will grow if they have a proper nutrition. Okay, and the height and the weight must be according to the age. So we have to ensure that 0 to 5 will get a nutritious food and also attention from the mothers or the parents properly, so that they can go to the school. First, they have to be well-knowledge, healthy child to enable them to study. Okay, because we have breakfast project, and we found that the children come to the school, to the class with no breakfast, and then they have playful, they cry, and no attention, and also teasing each other. So after 2 months that we have introduced breakfast to the children, they pay more attention because they don't feel starving. They stop crying. They playful. They more interact with the teachers. So we believe that to prepare the children to the class for education, we need to ensure that they have good food.
And this is for the young kids?
Young kids under 5. Okay. So then we have 6 to 11, which is on the primary school. We will equip teacher, better how to teach better with the teaching aids, and also enable children to have more participation with the teacher instead of receiving only. So we provide materials for the children, provide transportation if they need, provide dormitory if they want, and also lunch or breakfast if these are required. So we encourage the students to go to school, and at the same time equip the teacher to really have teaching techniques to teach better. And then we have high school students to enable to finish the high school. And then we have one more extra program we call bachelor degree program, which means after you finish high school, and we really want to encourage them to get degree. Otherwise, children will go to workforce, end up in the factory.
Is that the case you've seen over the years?
Yes. Because sometimes the children want to further their study, but the parents don't see the importance. They just want money, the income for the family. Only short sight. So the children earn 300 baht a day, and the children will earn that for lifetime. But if the parents have better vision, okay, let the children encourage the children to go further education, then they might get many thousand, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, even 100,000 in the future.
So has it been challenging, to help change this whole thing, to speak with the parents, to see the importance and significance of education, that it can really lead to a better life, even though it takes a bit of time? And for the schools itself, for teachers to transform, to be creative, which is totally different from what we have seen for the past decades.
Yeah, it's very hard to change the perception of the rural people because they only have that much. If you change, they have to make sure that they will still can have that much. Okay, so it's very difficult, but it can change, but it takes time. Okay, so development work takes about 10 years or more to change the perception of the people, not to be dependent, but to be independent and be self-support.
Well, I'm sure that you're coming the right way, because the bachelor degree project has produced a number of really quality graduates. We'll now take a short break, and when we return, we'll find out more about this in Thailand Today. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Thailand Today, and here we are at the new office of World Vision Foundation. We were talking about some of the interesting projects undertaken by the foundation in order to better the students' life and also to improve the education system as a whole. Now, you mentioned about the bachelor's project. I'm very interested to learn about this project, as I hear it has been quite successful, producing quality graduates to, into the workforce, into the working field. So tell us a bit about this area.
Yeah, we start this project, bachelor degree project, since 2011, and right now we have almost 200 students learning in the tertiary education level. The students will receive the scholarship. Now, if they are in the sponsorship program, they will never receive cash. But with the bachelor degree, we provide cash for the students so that they can use for their food, for their meals, for their transportation, for their school uniforms, to help them, to enable them to go to the universities.
So it's the World Vision Foundation selecting potential students or students with potential in order to go under this program?
Yes. Yes.
And you have currently 200 students?
200 students, yes.
Across the nation?
Across the nation in 4 regions.
So, in terms of, measuring the success, tell us a bit about how successful the program has been.
Yeah, I can tell you the example of the students that already graduated. Like Marini is studying in the Rajapat in Chiang Mai. She studied in business computer, and now she's graduated and worked in the NR engineering company and earn her living, and now her family is getting better. And another example is Kun Sakunrat Phaitonrit. She also from the Hill tribe family in Mae Hong Son province. She's also studying in education, Rajapat University in Chiang Mai. But because of her strive to complete her education, she got first class honored.
Wow.
And now she is a teacher's assistant to a school, get a salary of 15,000 baht. And now her family is getting much better than before. We really happy with these two students very much.
Now, I remember speaking to you a little bit earlier about Sakun Rat. Now, her story is really interesting in the sense that her parents wanted her to sort of quit school.
Yes.
But she would not quit. She said, I will study.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because the family come from the poor farmer, and they really wants the workforce in the family. So the family really wants her to work in the fields, like to help with the family. But she really have a good intention and work hard on the study. And now she get a reward back from her endeavors.
Now the family is happy, I believe. Everybody's
sure.
happy, a win-win situation for all.
Yes.
The two of the cases you mentioned are students who graduated from Ratchapat, Chiang Mai,
Yes.
up north. Do you have like students who graduated from other places as well in the other regions?
I have other two examples. Miss Sira Patson Sangkem, she's from the south, and she studied in the production engineering, Prince of Songkhla University, and now she is an engineer in one of the companies in the south. And the other girl, Jentira Wangel, she also studied in Thaksin University in Education, Technology and Communications Department. Okay, and now she is a school teacher in the south.
Wow. So these are the students that you're very proud of.
Sure.
Well, through this program, they graduated and you're having
Yeah.
a good job and earning good money. And of course, this is how they're helping their family through
Yes.
education.
Through education.
So this project started back in 2011,
Yes.
proven to be quite successful so far. Do you see it becoming a long-term project?
We want to be a long-term project. This will depend on the sponsors and donors, because all the funds we provide to the students must come from donation, from generosity of our sponsors and donors. So it depends.
So can you tell us a bit about how this child sponsorship program actually works?
A child sponsorship program is different from the bachelor degree.
So it's totally different.
So different, because we care children from under 5 up until high school. Okay, and along the way, the children will receive benefits at different age of their age. Okay, of course, education is the first, health is second, and then care for others, and then ethics. We are 4 aspirations, 4 outcomes that we want the children to really have impact on it. Like education, they should have education for life, not just reading and writing, and have numeric skills, but they should have communication skills. They should have be able to have build relationship, be able to build relationships, can have emotion management, have many kinds of life skills, so that they can have a better living, able to solve the problem, analyze, and have a better future, not just reading and writing. Communications, not only one language. AEC is upcoming next year, so student needs to know more than one language. Okay, at least 2 or 3. Okay, and then I think this is what we want. Health, they should have a good health. Otherwise, if they can earn but they don't have a good health, all the money will go to spent for medicines. So they should enjoy good health. Have good health, they should know how to prevent the disease to themselves and to others. Okay, care for others. When you grow up, not just for yourself, your family, but you have to care for your neighbors, to your friends, so that environment, society can be beautiful, right? Peaceful to live in. You should have a good ethics.
Mm-hmm.
If you are rich and you corrupt, what's good in yourself? Okay, so the children should have good ethics, good to your neighbor, not cheating, not corrupt, but do good, think good, talk good.
So these are the ideas you instill into the children today.
Yes.
Through some of the programs. Now, with the so many underprivileged children we see across the country, how many children have you been able to help so far?
Right now, we have over 100,000 children in our sponsorship program
This is only in Thailand.
in Thailand. But the whole world, we have about 99 countries, World Vision in 99 countries. We are helping 15 million children around the world these days.
In Thailand is 100,000.
Mhm.
I'm sure a lot of children continue to be in need of help. So how are you suggesting people who want to be this part, to see a beautiful nation with really quality kids, happy kids? What can they do? How can they help?
Just call World Vision Thailand, okay, at the number 02 022 9200 up to 2.
And they can gain
They
information?
can get information, or they can go to our website, worldwideweb.worldvision.or.th.
Is it expensive, to help?
Only 20 baht per day,
20
which
baht a
is
day.
600 baht per month. And we would like to request that when you commit, please commit continuously so that you can see one child grow up with good future, with education, with good health and good ethics.
I see. Now, World Vision Foundation Thailand celebrated its 40th anniversary recently.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about the celebration.
Oh, we have set up a thank you party to our sponsors and donors who support World Vision more than 10 years. We sent out about 1,000, and then they were able to come about 600. And in that we have many celebrities join because they also are our sponsors. And in that we make a surprise to our sponsors. We bring their children whom they have support for many years come to meet right at the stage. They first met and they all cried. Both are cried.
Really?
Yeah, both cried.
The children and the sponsors?
And the sponsor, Kun Mai Jalern Pura, met her boy for first time. He was from Aranya Pratet, very small boy. And she just hugged her and cried, and then and the boy also cried. Dr. Mona also met her sponsored girl for the first time. Dr. Mona sponsored 17 children, and this child came. She supported her from she was in grade 3, and now she was in university, 3rd year in medicine.
Medical student?
Yeah, medical student.
Wow.
And they both cried because they met for the first time, and then they just overwhelmed.
Right. So obviously it was a very touching and moving scene, and that was how you celebrated your 40th anniversary, going on strong in Thailand. We hope that throughout the many years to come you will come up with interesting projects such as the bachelor degree to help the children, to help the needy, and to help the underprivileged people. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. And that's all the time we have as well. Thanks to our viewers for spending part of your day with us. Catch us on our next episode of Thailand Today. As for now, from both of us, have a good day. สวัสดีค่ะ